One day after the swift replacement of University of Louisville's president, students and staff are now reacting to the news. Kim Schatzel served as the university's president for 2 years until she suddenly resigned yesterday. It's our top story at 5 o'clock. I'm Shay McAllister.
And thanks for joining us here, everybody. I'm Doug Proffitt. The Board of Trustees immediately appointed Jerry Bradley. He's been with U of L for 10 years. WHAS11's Clarice Shaley is joining us, and she's been looking into the university's recent turnover. Clarice?
Yes, Shay and Doug, Dr. Jerry Bradley is now the 7th person to become president of U of L in the last 10 years, officially appointed as the 20th president of the university yesterday. I spoke to students and staff about Dr. Bradley, who had served as the university's vice president and provost. I heard from some students who told me Bradley had announced his resignation weeks ago and was going to be provost for the University of Cincinnati. So the announcement that he would now be the president came as a surprise, but both staff and students agree the school needs strong leadership.
And so it's not about the university going through problems. It's about you being comfortable following somebody and fighting with somebody, by their side as they guide the university through those problematic times. And U of L simply hasn't had that.
Students and staff were critical of the appointment process, and they were joined by Kentucky's Governor Andy Beshear today, who believes there should have been a national search rather than an immediate replacement internally. The university acknowledged today they have a lot to address with this change, and this was after I requested an interview with Dr. Bradley, who was not available. Live in studio, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, thank you, Clarice. Well, back to March Madness. It's well underway again this week, folks. Right now, the Kentucky Wildcats are in Indianapolis. They're gearing up to try to keep their chances alive for that national title.
UK is in Indianapolis for tomorrow's matchup against Tennessee, and that's exactly where we find sports reporter Sarandon Raboyne right now, joining us live following the Cats practice today. So, Sarandon, how are they looking out there?
Guys, they're looking good. We saw them have a light shoot around before doing some stretching drills before the media was asked to leave. But everyone dreams of being on this stage, especially in the later rounds like the Sweet 16, and the Kentucky Wildcats are no different. We spoke with a few of the players in the locker room about what it means to finally be on this court.
For as long as I can remember, I would be in class. I mean, I'd be waiting until like 1 o'clock in like 6th period to be able to turn on my computer and watch. And now people are watching us play. It's really special to be able to be in this field of 64 and be able to play in March Madness.
I'm really excited to go out there. We're on the big stage, Sweet 16. Excited, got a chance to go to Elite Eight and Final Four. I'm going to put my heart out there and just try to win for us.
Thankfully, Kentucky's matchup against Tennessee is scheduled for 7:30 at night, so you don't have to sneakily watch it during class. I'm looking at you, Trent Noah, and he's definitely not the only one that's ever done that. But coming up at 6, I'm going to dive deeper into this matchup against Tennessee and what the Cats need to do defensively to make it to the Elite Eight. Guys.
Sarandon, you've been a good luck charm for the Wildcats so far. She's been on the tournament trail, so I'm glad she's close to Indianapolis at least. It's going to be a big blue crowd up north.
Hopefully keeping their luck alive. All right, well, Mallory, we're dealing with a cloudy day. Where'd that sunshine go from yesterday?
I know. It's going to return tomorrow, don't worry, with some warmer temperatures as well. In the meantime, you can see temps all across the region. 54 currently up in Indy, 63 here in Louisville, 72 down in Bowling Green. So we have quite a bit of a range across the region. If you're looking for 80s, they're not too far away. Memphis and Jackson, Tennessee. And that warm front will lift our direction tonight and into tomorrow, warming things up for us. In the meantime, satellite and radar showing some of that light shower activity. Dry air has chewed up some of this rain that you do see on the radar. So basically what I mean by that is not all of what you see on the radar is reaching the ground due to some dry air at the surface. But we are seeing a few rumbles of thunder, a few lightning strikes moving into Indiana. So just keep that in mind for your Thursday evening. You might need that umbrella or rain jacket here or there as that rain continues to move in from the west and northwest. Otherwise, cloudy skies all across the Louisville Metro right now as we take a live look outside from our Hughes and Coleman U of L health camera. Your hourly planner showing mostly cloudy conditions, spotty shower, rumble of thunder possible tonight. Temperatures, I will say tonight, will be staying mild. We'll have overnight lows in the 50s by the time you wake up and head out the door tomorrow morning. Our average low for this time of year, 42 degrees. So that's going to feel a lot milder compared to really the past couple couple of mornings this week. Tomorrow afternoon, as I mentioned, that warm front, it's going to allow temperatures to warm to right around that 80-degree mark in Louisville Friday afternoon. But we are tracking the potential for some strong storms by the end of the weekend. I'll have more details on that coming up in our 7-day forecast.
Mallory, thank you. Now today's late developing story. This man, a second suspect is now facing charges in the death of the man you just saw there. That's Metro Corrections Officer Michael Wetta. 34-year-old Anthony Tribue is charged with murder now. He's the latest arrest following the arrest of this woman, Christy Brumley, who was arraigned just this week.
LMPD Chief of Police Paul Humphrey joins us now live in studio.
Chief, thanks again for coming in to talk about this case. I know you've been following it closely. The arrest of 37-year-old Anthony Tribue. He is charged with murder. He is the man you all say in the citation who shot and killed, shot Michael Wetta twice. How did Michael Wetta meet Christy Brumley? She has said that she brought him to Cedar Street, and that's how the three suddenly met.
Right. So I can't give out the specific information on motive and some of the specifics that we'll have to save for the court case. But what I will point out is the amazing work that the detectives of our homicide unit, our criminal interdiction division, particularly our fugitive unit who located that suspect today, and our SWAT team who took him into custody without issue. The amount of work that they poured into this case, it's amazing that we get the opportunity to bring some semblance of justice and closure for Officer Wetta's family.
Did Officer Wetta know Christy Brumley from some other previous time or run-in? I'm
not sure the nature of their relationship or how they knew each other. I'll let the detectives handle that type of work, and they've done a great job with it. So I'll leave it at that as far as some of the background on the case.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Chief, we had you in here just about a month ago, and we were asking you for any updates on that triple fatal shooting outside of the Valley Station DMV. You told us then you thought arrests could be coming soon. What progress has been made over the last month? Yeah,
just like this one, I think we're in a situation where details that can be released publicly, we have to be a bit careful with. But again, I feel comfortable that we're on the right track as far as where the detectives are and identifying suspects related. And I feel comfortable that we're going to be able to make some arrests in that case or related to it.
And what would you tell people, though, at home who are thinking, my goodness, at a DMV, that's a place where you need to be able to go and feel safe?
Right. And, we've talked about this in general, about the level of violent crime in the city and how it's 100% unacceptable. The numbers of shootings and homicides. And that's why we are asking our officers and telling our officers that you have a responsibility to go out there and do that hard work every day to get people like this off the street before they commit another crime, or preferably before they commit a crime of such serious offense. So in the past few weeks, that's the conversations we've had with our officers, is that we need you to be out there visible. We need you to be out there taking risks in order to get bad people off the street, and you're going to be supported, and the community wants you and needs you to do that type of work.
You did say in this case, here on the air here, and then at your news conference, you believed it was gang related.
Yes.
And you still believe that? And can you talk about the gang involved here?
Well, I'm not going to talk specifics about the gangs, but I do believe that this is gang or group related, and we know a lot of people in a lot of different groups. If you look in the last 2 weeks, I think we arrested 12 or 13 different gang members in the last 2 weeks. That's just our CID unit alone that arrested that many and got a dozen guns off the street. Some of those were Glocks with automatic switches. So these are dangerous people that we have identified, and we're going after, whether you're directly related to a shooting or not. We want all of them to know that your days of running around freely in Louisville are over.
We talked to you about this last month as well, but the question keeps coming up on immigration arrests. What does that look like for LMPD? Have you been contacted by anyone in federal offices to help with those?
No, so we have no authority when it comes to immigration stuff. We have no desire to participate in it. That is not the type of law enforcement we signed up to do. We signed up to make sure that the community is kept safe, regardless of your status. And what we want to make sure that people understand is that we don't want to see an uptick of issues in our immigrant community. We know that some of this type of work that the federal government is doing can have a dampering effect on people's desire or willingness to call the police when a crime is committed. But we don't work in that realm. We don't have that authority, and that's not what we're doing. They haven't called us for help. in that sense, and they've told us that that's their job, and we stick to ours, and things will work out well.
A favorite question of our viewers, the car crushing. You say you've told us before you have a car ready to go once you launch this program to crush, confiscated from the street racers. Where does that stand?
I don't have any more update on that. The legislative session has now passed. I don't think there was anything specifically related to it, but I think when we get to that point, I think you might be the one that has to pull the lever and crush his first car because you love it. But we're going to get it done one way or the other.
I hear from so many people they are glad that you're doing this crackdown because they've been on the interstates and the Waterson Expressway when people fly by them at 120 miles an hour.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous and unsafe conditions. And so, fortunately, knock on wood, we've been able to quell that significantly. And I think a lot of people have seen the drop in those street takeovers.
All right. We'll be there for the first car crushing. Thank you much,
Thank
Chief.
you very much, Chief.
Coming up next.